What is up, everyone? This is the Jose Show. I hope everyone's having a phenomenal Thursday. It is almost the weekend, ladies and gentlemen, and I am so excited. But anywho, we have a lot of hot tea to spill, so now let's get started. Alright, so now let's start off with Johnny Depp and Amber Heard. As we all know, this ongoing trial has been driving us nuts. Well, finally, it has been confirmed that Johnny Depp is victorious from this lawsuit. Well, Johnny Depp won his defamation case against his ex-wife Amber Heard on Wednesday, which was yesterday, and the jury awarded him $15 million in damages. Depp was awarded $10 million in compensatory damages and $5 million in punitive damages in his defamation suit. The jury also awarded Heard $2 million in compensatory damages. Now, the jury in Fairfax, Virginia began deliberating on Friday. Depp sued Heard for $50 million after she wrote an op-ed for the Washington Post in 2018 in which she called herself a public figure representing domestic abuse. Heard countersued Depp for $100 million. Alright, so this is what I personally think here. I think that this is amazing and this is wonderful that Johnny Depp beat Amber Heard in this case, because honestly, I feel like this woman deserved to lose because of how much of a liar she is and because of how much publicity she wanted, especially from Johnny Depp himself, because this woman is basically the type of woman that is, like I said before, just trying to take advantage of the fact that she's a woman and he's a man, and that she can basically get him in trouble just because he's a man and she's a woman. And especially because we live in the times where, you know, Me Too movement is really on the high these days, and that is not good right there. So in my personal opinion, I feel like Johnny Depp and Amber Heard, they really were in a very tough situation, and I feel like they really were put in a very tough position, especially because, I mean, it was already like a thing versus another thing. Like, for example, a lot of people were siding with Johnny Depp because a lot of people know that Johnny Depp is a very good person and that he's not a liar and that he's a very truthful person. But unfortunately, there was a lot of other people out there that were siding with Amber Heard because Amber Heard is a woman, and Amber Heard seemed very honest, especially because she was, you know, giving us this innocent look in the courthouse where she was basically pretending to be that she was the victim in all these cases, but in reality she was not the victim. So we have to look at it that way. Now, what I personally also think about the situation is that the fact that Amber Heard really was trying to give out all these so-called what's it called, proof that she was the victim, I mean, it really was not a good and smart idea for her to go off that way, especially because she should have known and thought in the first place that Johnny Depp already has people to back him up. Johnny Depp already even had his ex-girlfriend to back him up, saying that she was basically having the best time of her life with him back when they used to date, and that she basically never experienced any abuse nor anything bad from the actor. So she should have really thought from her own mind before really going off with her dumb ideas, in my personal opinion. And I also feel like, you know, the fact that he won is already giving him a very good publicity, because it's already giving Amber Heard a bad publicity, but it's the publicity that she basically deserves. And this is why, because basically now that he won, and now it's already coming to prove that not only is he a truthful person, but also it's coming to prove that, you know, he's already giving a good example out there that not all men are bad people, and that not all men are abusers especially, and that not all men are literally those type of men that are taking advantage of women. No. You know, there are a lot of men out there that are also good men. We have to look at it that way as well. And there are also a lot of women out there that are good too, but also a lot of women out there that like to take advantage as well. So let's just be real here. So, anywho, Johnny Depp, congratulations on beating Amber Heard in this whole entire case. Congratulations. You deserve it by far. And I really hope that Amber Heard gets to think more than twice next time she tries to go off and win a lawsuit against him or win a lawsuit against anyone else, because this right here, to me, is a really good life lesson for Amber Heard, in my personal opinion. Now, she did win $2 million, but I mean, that ain't nothing compared to the $15 million that Johnny Depp won against Amber. Alright, so anywho, congrats Johnny Depp. Alright, so now from Johnny Depp to now more hot tea. Alright, so now let's talk about more interesting news. Alright, so now let's talk about Shakira. Shakira is apparently in a bad situation with her husband, Gerard Piqué. Alright, so apparently Gerard Piqué cheated on Shakira. And apparently there's already proof going on that Gerard Piqué cheated on Shakira, and Shakira's not very happy about it, and that they're basically gonna separate or divorce. Well, anywho. The couple remained unmarried, though, well, actually, they were never married. Never mind. They were never married. But anywho, the couple remained unmarried, though their 12-year relationship has brought them 2 children, Milan and Sasha. And however, it looks as though things aren't really good between the two right now, with word that Piqué is back living in his house over in Barcelona. Now, according to El Periodico, several neighbors in the building have seen Piqué entering and leaving over the last week. It's also said he's been enjoying the Barcelona nightlife with friend Enrique Puig and his group of friends. Another sign pointing to disharmony between the couple are the lyrics sung by Shakira in her latest hit, Te Felicito, with Raúl Alejandro. And for completing You, I Broke Into Pieces, they warned me, but I did not pay attention. She sings, I realize that yours is false. It was the drop that overflowed the glass. Do not tell me you're sorry. That seems sincere, but I know you well and I know you lie. Alright, so I congratulate you how well you act, of that I have no doubt. With your role continues, you look good, that show. End quote. Now, these are the lyrics from the song. Now, Shakira and Piqué have both avoided uploading anything to their social media platforms in recent times, as well, something that usually doesn't bode well. Now, rumors of infidelity. Now, there have also been reports that the reason Piqué is not in the marital home is because Shakira caught him with another woman. And El Periodico reports that this is the reason Piqué and Shakira have decided to separate for the moment. Now, while also suggesting the Barcelona defender's partying is somewhat out of control. Alright, so the partying has seen Piqué and friend accompanied by other women, as well as staying out until 2 and 3 in the morning. And Piqué has also disappeared from Shakira's social media, with the singer frequently posting pictures of the pair in the past, but the last time that happened was in March. So, okay, this is actually pretty intense here. Now, this is what I also think about the whole entire situation. I think that the fact that Shakira is literally getting suspicious about the fact that Gerard Piqué is cheating on her, and the fact that maybe they're separating because of another reason. I mean, this is already confusing at the same time, because I really feel like the both of them, first of all, made a really cute couple, and the both of them seem like a couple that would last a lifetime, especially because of the fact that they share 2 kids together. Now, I also personally feel like the fact that Gerard Piqué cheating on Shakira, I mean, there would have to be way more proof than just a simple article already reporting that Gerard Piqué is cheating on Shakira. Like, there should be like more proof, like from the paparazzis or from bigger articles, you know, because that right there is already when the reliability comes in. But also, if this is really true though, that Gerard Piqué really cheated on Shakira, then let's be real here. Shakira does not deserve Gerard Piqué. Shakira deserves to move on with her own damn life, and she deserves to find herself a better man that will make her faithful, and that will also be very good to her 2 kids, because unfortunately we live in a time where there are a bunch of pigs out there, especially a bunch of pig men out there that just like to take advantage of their own wife or their own girlfriend and like to cheat on them with other women. And it is not only giving a bad example for the wife, but it's also giving a really bad example for the children as well, because these children are really witnessing this whole entire situation, that their own father is cheating on their own mother. You know, that is just complete whack right there. It is complete whack, and I feel like Shakira really deserves better. And I feel like Shakira is a beautiful woman. She doesn't even deserve to be cheated on, you know. And also, I can even tell that Shakira was also a very good wife to Gerard Piqué, a very good wife, by how dedicating she seemed to him, and how happy she seemed with him, and how wonderful she seemed with him. So, I don't know, ladies and gentlemen. This is just very confusing, and at the same time, this is very suspicious, and I really hope that this is not really true, that Gerard Piqué is cheating on Shakira, because this is just completely sad right here, just having to hear these rumors already. So, anywho, good luck to the couple, and good luck especially to Shakira. Alright, so now from Shakira and Gerard Piqué to now more hot tea. Alright, so now let's talk about Ari Lennox. Alright, so Ari Lennox is up to Married at First Sight Keith Manley too. Cozy's up to Married at First Sight Keith Manley too. Okay. So it looks like Ari Lennox may have a new man. The Pressure singer took to her Instagram story today to share a few shots of her cozied up to Married at First Sight's Keith Manley too. Now the pair, who appeared to be in San Diego for a wedding, were seen dressed for the occasion, with Manley snapping a selfie of the pair in a restaurant mirror. Lennox, who has her hair tied in a bun, rests her head against his for the pic. Now, in a second shot, another mirror selfie, Lennox and Manley are a bit more casual, cuddled up on a sofa with the 31-year-old songstress throwing her leg over Manley's. So this is pretty interesting here. Manley, also 31, shared some pics of his own showing off the San Diego coastline and a photo of Lennox's hand intertwined with his. Alright, so this is actually pretty spicy here, that we are seeing some good connections here between the both of them. Now, if Ari Lennox is really dating this person, then let her be and let her just enjoy her own life, because come on now, life is too short to be single for the rest of your life. And also, I feel like the more that you are with someone, and the more that you are with someone that you can get married to in the future, the more you are able to actually feel like you are accompanied and that you are being supported in life. Because I mean, it is really not the same having to be single and not have anyone by your side. It really is not the same. I mean, as much as it is fun having to be single, and as much as it sounds free having to be single, it could also be very depressing and lonely some. So we have to be realistic on that one. So I really do not blame Ari Lennox if she's really going off dating this man. And also, I feel like if Ari Lennox even wants to get married and wants to have kids with this man, then let her be, you know, because that's how it should be. And, you know, everyone deserves to be happy at the end of the day. Everyone does. We cannot just be in the situation where we're pressuring other people to be in a situation where they don't want to be in. And we can't be pressuring other people where they're also in a position where they're like, you know, supposed to hide their significant other because they're afraid that they're going to get judged for dating that certain person, or they're afraid that they're going to get judged for being with that certain person in general. So that's not good, especially because I've heard in situations where there are celebrities out there that hide their own couple from the spotlight because they don't want their couple to be in the spotlight, or they don't want to be judged for dating that certain someone, or they don't want to be laughed at for dating that certain someone, or etc., you know. And that right there, I mean, to me is okay, but at the same time, I don't think that's really all that okay, that there are people out there hiding their own couple, because the more you get to hide your own couple, the more you are going to make yourself look like an idiot in a way. Because let's be real here, you're like basically keeping that person in the closet, you know. And it's like, no, I'm not dating anyone, but oh my, come on honey, behind the doors, you know. Like it's weird, it's strange, and it's not right, you know. Like, and it's also showing a lack of appreciativity too to your own couple too, that you're not really showing them off to anyone, and that you're just hiding them from everyone, especially from the spotlight. We have to be honest right there too. And I've known people too, and like non-celebrity people too, that have done that, and that's just not right in my personal opinion. So anywho, I really think that, you know, you don't have to show them off all the time, but at least, you know, let somebody know that you're dating somebody, you know. I'm just saying. And you know, what if you end up getting married to this person? What if you end up having children with this person? Then what? Are you gonna, you know? So anywho, but back on topic. Congrats to Ari Lennox if she's really dating this person, and I really wish her nothing but the best. And may she show off this man if she wants to, anytime, anywhere. All right. So now from Ari Lennox to now more hot tea. All right. So now let's talk about Brad Johnson. Alright, so Brad Johnson, actor in Spielberg's Always and former Marlboro Man, dead at 62. Brad Johnson, best known for his role in Steven Spielberg's romantic drama Always, has died at the age of 62, and he died back in February of 18 in Fort Worth, Texas, due to complications from COVID-19, E.T. has learned. Now, according to his obituary penned by his family, Johnson was a true Renaissance man. He was not only interested in all life had to offer, but was gifted in it as well. Although he was taken too early, he lived life to the fullest. End quote. Now, the son of a horse trainer, Brad grew up with a passion and love for the outdoors, and his younger years would see him hunting and competing in rodeo whenever he had the chance. His obituary recalled Brad started his professional rodeo career in 1984, and the circuit would lead him to Dallas, Texas, where he would meet the love of his life, Lori. They were married for 35 very full years. End quote. All right, so Johnson's first big acting role after some uncredited appearances came in Spielberg's 1989 drama Always, where he acted opposite Holly Hunter and Richard Dreyfuss. Alright, so he is survived by his wife and their 8 children. Okay, so the fact that this is barely getting revealed here, that he passed away just 3 months later, is actually pretty shocking. It's pretty crazy to me, because I personally feel like, I mean, normally when a person, especially, or a celebrity especially, passes away, I mean, usually it's revealed right away, you know, but it kind of seems like it to me that they really wanted to hide this death for the past 3 months, probably because they really didn't want to make the fans feel bad, or they didn't want them to make the fans feel awful or something. I don't know, but this is just really weird though. You know, but at the end of the day, yet again, I feel like the fans, they deserve to know, how is the actor doing? Where's the actor, this and that, instead of just keeping the fans mysterious for the past 3 months. So, anywho, this is just very odd that now this is barely getting revealed that he passed away back in February 18. And, you know, COVID is a bitch, by the way, because COVID, I mean, has taken away so many lives, unfortunately, and unfortunately, we do not live in a time where we are, you know, COVID-free completely. I mean, we are still living in this pandemic, and we're still living in a time where, you know, people are just not really taking this seriously, you know. But, anywho, rest in peace, Brad Johnson, rest in peace, and my thoughts and prayers go out to his family and friends. Alright, so now from that to now, more hot tea. Alright, so now let's talk about Matthew Morrison. Matthew Morrison breaks silence on So You Think You Can Dance, firing over flirty text with contestant. Now, Matthew Morrison says he was fired from So You Think You Can Dance after sending one single message to a female contestant he was trying to help land a job on the show. Now, the 43-year-old actor took to his Instagram account today and posted a 1-minute video and called the flirty messages allegations blatantly untrue. In that video, Morrison sought to clarify the events that led to his dismissal from the dance competition series last week. It's really unfortunate that I have to sit here and defend myself and my family against blatantly untrue statements made anonymously, but I have nothing to hide, Morrison said. So in the interest of transparency, I will read to you the one message that TL wrote to a dancer on the show. Now, that I wrote to a dancer on the show. My bad. Morrison then grabbed his phone and read aloud, "Hey, it's Matthew. If you don't mind, would love to get your number and talk to you through some things." After reading that text message, the actor looked into the camera and said, "The end." Morrison later explained why he sent that one text message, and he said that I sent this because this dancer and I both share a mutual respect for a choreographer that I've known for over 20 years, and I was trying to help her get a job as a choreographer on the show. Morrison then blasted the episode as toxic gossip that is destroying our society. Alright, so this is pretty ridiculous. I think that the fact that he is being falsely accused of flirting with a contestant is ridiculous and also very, very evil from the media to be making this stuff up, because I feel like this is all a bunch of attention from the media's part. Because unfortunately, what the media likes to do is they like to really make up stories about celebrities in order for the media to make money and for the media to make more publicity. And unfortunately, the media is just not clean most of the time. You know, unfortunately, they are how they are, and this is the reason to why a lot of these people, they end up getting sued for defamation, because this right here is straight up defamation, what they're doing to this poor guy by falsely accusing him of sending flirty messages to another person, especially to a contestant, because this right here is already making Matthew Morrison look like a very bad person, and is already making Matthew Morrison look like a person that is literally not to rely on, especially in any TV shows, which also affects his career, because no one's going to want to hire a person that's going to be flirting with a contestant or is going to be flirting with anyone else, and no one's going to want to be hiring especially someone that's really going to be acting foolish also. So that's what the media is trying to make Matthew Morrison look like. So it's really going to affect him career-wise. This is not good at all in all levels. And I feel like Matthew Morrison really needs to take action towards this. And I feel like Matthew Morrison really needs to take this to a court, or he needs to just go off and maybe fight for his own job back and be like, you know what, I never said these things to this contestant. I was always being cool to this contestant and this and that, you know? And if he won't get his job back, then he can sue the people over at You Think You Can Dance as well for not relying on him. So, anywho, this is just a bunch of BS. And I feel like to all these celebrities out there that are really falling for this BS, that he really did such a thing. I mean, I feel like these celebrities really need to look up into his video, and also they really need to know him better as well before just sitting there and making judgments, because it really is easy for the people now that they're reading this stuff from Matthew Morrison to just sit down and judge without even noticing the real truth of it all. So anywho, I feel so bad for Matthew Morrison, and I feel like Matthew Morrison deserves a lot of good luck and a lot of good vibes in these tough times. Alright, so now from Matthew Morrison to now more hot tea. Alright, so now let's talk about Chelsea Handler. Chelsea Handler penned sweet birthday tribute to boyfriend Joe Coy. Now, Chelsea Handler can't help gush over her boyfriend Joe Coy, and her birthday tribute to the comedian is no different. Handler took to social media Thursday to share a letter she wrote to herself asking for what she was looking for in a partner. The funny woman, so she got it all in Coy except for one small detail. Now, please bring me a man who is strong physically and emotionally, someone who is not afraid of risk but also puts me in my place, someone who values equality, humor, and who keeps me feeling alive, end quote. Alright, so this is actually pretty cute right here that Chelsea Handler is really going off, paying tribute to her boyfriend Joe Coy, because I feel like we need more people like Chelsea Handler in this world that will actually value and appreciate their own relationship, because unfortunately we live in times, ladies and gentlemen, where there are a lot of people out there, girl or guy, that don't appreciate their own relationship, and they will go off and treat them like crap, and they will also do other stuff like cheat on them or betray them or even ignore them. And that is like the last thing that we want nowadays, especially because it really won't give the relationship any good spice. It won't give the relationship a really good vibe, and it really won't give the relationship a really good representation, especially on social media. So that is exactly what I'm trying to say here. So Chelsea Handler, I feel like she is really doing the best she can to actually give out a really good example, especially to all the people that are looking up to her, that you should value and appreciate your own boyfriend or girlfriend and love them and wish them a happy birthday and be there for them and support them, most importantly. So anywho, Chelsea, you do you, and happy birthday to your boyfriend, Joe Coy. Alright, so now from that to now Betty White. Now, Betty White's Los Angeles home sells for over $10.575 million. Isn't that a lot of money? Alright, so the Los Angeles home where Betty White lived in from 1968 right up until the time of her death has been sold, and it went over the asking price. Now, the late iconic actress's home in the Brentwood area was sold for $10.678 million. The single-family home had been listed for $10.5 $575 million, but it was a rather quick sale considering the house went on the market back in April. The Golden Girls star and her third husband, Alan Luden, purchased the property in 1968 when the home hit the market. It was the first time it had done so in over 50 years. The home was built in 1952. According to the listing on Sotheby's Realty, the home has 5 bedrooms and 6 full bathrooms. The interior of the house measures 3,029 square feet, while the exterior is 0.72 acres, described as lovingly cared for. The home has views of the Getty Museum and mountains. The description notes, the setting is peaceful with flowers, filled gardens, and old-growth trees. Alright, so though the identity of the buyer is not known, it's very likely the house will be torn down since there were no interior tours of the home and it was being sold at land value. The listing had also previously noted that it is the perfect opportunity for the buyer to build their dream home on a flat lot with a serene country setting. Now, White died on New Year's Eve in 2021 at the age of 99, as we all know. So rest in peace, Betty White. We all miss you, we love you, and you will forever be treasured and remembered. All right, so now this is what I personally think here about the fact that this house is getting sold to another person. I feel like this person really needs to value and appreciate this house because first and foremost, this house was owned by the one and only icon, Betty White, who we all have known from the Golden Girls, from It's Hot in Cleveland, from many, 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 many projects. And she was not just, you know, a beautiful, wonderful human being, but she was, you know, someone that you could, you know, look up to, that you can get along with, that you would be happy to see in general, you know, aside from her talent. So anywho, because of that, I feel like this person really needs to value that home, and I feel like that person definitely should not do anything to that home at all and should keep that home the way it is, you know. Because, I mean, who wouldn't want to live in a home where Betty White used to live in, especially where Betty White used to sit, used to eat, used to walk around, and used to sleep in? You know, who wouldn't? So I feel like the fact that this house is getting torn down is going to really destroy those memories, and I feel like that shouldn't happen, and I feel like that the buyer would be dumb enough to do that. So this buyer should definitely just cherish that home and just leave it the way it is, and should also just, you know, give us a tour, especially of the home, because we all want to know how the house looks like. We all want to know how the house has been, especially since that house was belonging to Betty for over 50 years. Something that not so many homeowners, you know, last in their own houses. So anywho, I really am stunned by the fact that this house got sold right away, especially because this house is extremely expensive, of course. But I mean, I can already imagine that the person that purchased this house might be someone very important. I mean, maybe it's not someone from the Hollywood business. Maybe it could be someone very important from a brand business, or from a I don't know, from a important business that maybe has nothing to do with brands, or maybe it's something just very big that I can assure you, because, I mean, come on now. A person that can own a house that's over 10 million bucks, it has to be somebody that is huge, that is important, that is literally willing to stay in that house. So anywho, but I would want to meet this person that bought this house, and I would literally want to interview this person as well and be like, hey, well, how is it being in the house that used to be owned by Betty White? How is it? Is it good? Is it bad? Is it very fun? Like, you know, I would want to ask that person so many questions. I really do. I mean, I wish that house was mine, but unfortunately, I don't got that kind of money, so I mean, anywho. But anywho, that is it for today's show, you guys. I really hope you guys enjoyed today's episode of the Jose Show, and I'll be back with more hot tea, and also, may you guys have a lovely, lovely weekend. Till next time, peace.